Which province, according to you, has like the highest opportunities when we talk about IT field?
So for this, I will rank number one.
Hi, Sahil. Welcome to my channel, Immigrant. Thank you so much for joining. I know most of the people already know you by your YouTube channel, Your Average Guide, which is a great platform for international students and the potential newcomers to Canada. So, if you want to introduce yourself before we start.
Sure, Sagar. First of all, thanks a lot for inviting me, and thanks a lot for putting up so much effort to bring different people on your channel and giving an overview about the industry to the students who are coming here or the professionals who are currently in Canada. And I think you are doing a really great task. And to introduce myself, I came in September 2018 to Canada, and I did my 2 years of study in Canada in two different colleges. And after that, I got a job as a data integration developer in a Montreal-based company, and still I'm working with the same company after 1 year. And apart from that, as you have described, I have also a YouTube channel where I invite professionals from different industries and I try to bring up their experiences. And at the same times, I share my experience that I feel which can help in some way to the international students or the working professionals here in Canada. So that was a quick introduction about myself.
Perfect. Thanks for introduction. And I think we sort of like have a similar kind of content, right? So we invite people and we ask them about their experiences. And today I would like to like start with this question: like, how do you feel to be on the other side of the table? Like, when someone is asking you questions and you're going to answer, how does it feel?
Firstly, it feels great when someone is actually interested in listening to your story, listening to your experiences. And at the same time, I'm a little bit nervous. I should not be lying because it's easier to ask question and then, to someone who is explaining the things, like they need to be more clear with their words, what exactly they're trying to say so that the video is beneficial to the audience. So it's a big responsibility on me to deliver the good content today.
No, I mean, like, you're doing a great job on your channels. I personally watch your videos, and I will definitely recommend our viewers, the viewers who are watching this video, to, go to your channel after watching this content. So definitely, I mean, again, great having you. So let's start with our first question based on your IT experience. So, Sahil, from your experience so far, what are some of the high in demand job profiles? And if you also want to talk about the average pay scale that someone can expect.
So Sagar, I think it's very unfair to just pinpoint any one particular job profile. Canada has a huge IT industry, and if you are skilled with any of the job title, or if you have any particular skills, then there are 100% chances that you will definitely get a job because there are a lot of job openings. So apart from the evergreen job profiles like web developers, the software developers, the software engineers, or the data profiles, I would like to mention two specific profiles that have seen a boom in number of jobs due to this ongoing pandemic. And the first one is related to the cloud jobs. You can find the job profiles as cloud analyst or the cloud engineers, cloud developers, whatever the job profile might go. And since all the companies are moving from on-premise to the cloud, so the companies, they are establishing their new cloud teams. But there's one disadvantage that they generally look for a little bit of experienced people. So these profiles are not for the freshers, but anyone who has like at least 6 months or 1 year of relevant experience, they can easily get this type of job if they have obviously relevant skills. And I think the starting salary can be somewhat from 75,000 at least, that I'm saying. So even if a person is starting with just 6 months or 1 year of experience, they can expect from $75,000 to $85,000 per year in the Canadian dollars. And apart from that, due to everything going online, there are a lot of increase in the online frauds and everything. So companies are establishing their cybersecurity teams, like they are getting more serious to establish these centers in the companies. So recently there has been a lot of growth in this field also. For this, like a fresher can easily get a job if they have relevant certifications and skills, and they can expect somewhat between 55 to 65,000 dollars per year. And apart from that, the evergreen field, like the full stack developers, the data analysts, the data science. So it completely depends upon the number of years of experience you have. So if you talk about the full stack developers, so their salary can range anywhere between $60,000 to there's no actually upper bound. So you can go to 150K, 200K. I have seen people earning that much depending on the experiences. And I have seen the freshers who are in the full stack development, and they are earning like $80,000-$90,000 per year package, which is like after 2 or 3 years, which you will get in some other profiles. So like these were the top profiles. And I mean, the industry is so huge. Like if you have skills in any of the profile in any of the department, then you will definitely get a good job.
Awesome. There's a lot of information that you shared, and there was this part where you mentioned that it's hard to get a job. I mean, like the employees they look for the Canadian experience as well, which we're gonna discuss in the later part of the video. That your advice on how to land a job when you don't have any foreign experience. So the second question that I have for you, Sahil, and I'm pretty sure you might have got this question a lot of times on your video. I personally get this question a lot of times that when someone is planning to move to Canada, right, and they're different provinces there, Ontario, Manitoba, Quebec. So the question is like, which province, talking about the IT sector, which province according to you has like the highest opportunities when again we talk about IT field?
Okay. So for this, like I will rank number one Ontario, and at number two I will rank British Columbia and Quebec at the same number two rank. And at number three, according to my experience, I'll rank Nova Scotia. And now I will explain you why I'm ranking all this. So basically, we'll talk about the cities that someone can target. So if you're talking about Ontario, like Ontario is hub of I think all the profiles, whether it's IT profiles or some other profiles, and especially if we talk about Toronto region. So recently, so Toronto was always the number one because that's the main hub, and all the IT companies, the major IT companies or the small startups, they all have their offices in Toronto region. And apart from that, if we talk about some other GTA regions or the other cities that lies in GTA, like I have seen a lot of job openings in Mississauga region also recently. And recently there has been a lot of growth in Kitchener-Waterloo area. Now Google has their office in Kitchener-Waterloo, so you can imagine like how the industry is growing in that area. And apart from that, if someone is talking about Ontario, they can also, Ontario, they can also look for few of the companies in Ottawa because Ottawa also has a lot of jobs to offer. Not as much as compared to Toronto, but still like they can get a lot of job openings there. And then if we talk to about British Columbia, and in that we will talk specifically about Vancouver. So it has, I think the number of job openings are almost similar to what Toronto has to offer, but there's just one factor due to which the professionals they choose Toronto or Vancouver, and it's the living cost. So it's very expensive if you are planning to live in main Vancouver area. Like even in future, if you are planning to afford buy your own house, I think it's more affordable in Toronto area, even though the prices are not shooting up in Toronto area, but still it's a bit affordable as compared to Vancouver region. And if we talk about Quebec, so Montreal is the hub of all the IT jobs, and especially the jobs related to machine learning, AI, because the industry is growing so much in those startups. And also like recently a lot of startups have started working in those areas, so there's a boom in those types of jobs. And apart from that, like all the normal software industry jobs or the IT jobs, they are available in abundance in Montreal region also. So the one factor that that needs to be considered before applying to jobs, that especially in Montreal, is that some of the companies they might need you to know a little bit French, which we are going to discuss in the next video that we are going to shoot with you. But but not much. So like out of 10 jobs, eight jobs will be without French, and 2 might be requiring you to have a little bit of French experience in Montreal. But overall, like Montreal has a lot to offer for the IT experience. And one thing that you might have noticed is that I have mentioned Nova Scotia, which might be a bit strange to you because currently, like in past 2 years, ever since the pandemic came, Halifax has grown a lot in the IT sector. The Nova Scotia government, they're helping a lot to the startups to start here, to establish the industry over here. And in past 2 years, this Halifax region has seen a lot of growth in number of IT jobs here in this region. So it's a good opportunity because this region has already a lot to offer in terms of education, because there are a lot of good universities like St. Mary University, Dalhousie University, Acadia University. So I have seen like most of the graduates are working in the top companies here in Halifax. So this is also one city that they can consider for the future. I can definitely suggest you some of the good universities that are not as competitive as University of Toronto or UBC, but still they are one of the top universities. And students, I have seen that students going to those universities, they make out a great career in the IT industry?
Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headaches stack. Restlessness.